Actually, I love Belgium as well.
Yeah, they really improved in the game against Scotland. They looked a bit under the cosh as they got to half time, but they managed to get a great breakaway score from an interception. And then they really tightened it up in the second half and allowed Scotland very, very little. They did score a couple of late tries, but it was a much improved second half performance from Belgium. And we'll see if they can take that momentum into this game against Ireland.
Yeah, well, I think this is their one of their best chances for a really strong performance. Ireland are sitting just one place above them on the table. Ireland, a very good team. They've had some unlucky results. They've had a couple of draws. Ireland are a team that can definitely score. They've got, great attacking players in their team, but unfortunately they've just let through quite a few tries and had these results that they've just been, one or two tries difference. But they're looking forward to a game to close out what's been a beautiful day.
It has been a great day. These two teams did face each other yesterday early on, and Ireland coming away with a 10-2 victory from that. So I suppose from Belgium's point of view, is if they can improve on that, they'll take that as a win.
Yeah, they would have talked about their defence a lot after that game, I think, and you can see really good shifting of the defence over to the right-hand side with the momentum of the attack. Very, very good defence from Belgium here, and forcing the error. That was very good. I know I keep on talking about kit, but I like this Belgium kit. I love the stripes on the one leg of the shorts and everything like that, and they've got a penalty there for a hard touch. But yeah, if they tighten up their defence, move across as a unit, when that happens, I would just be saying to the team, no scores in the middle. If teams want to throw long to the wing, let those scores happen, but just stop those scores through the middle and just stay really tight there. But really good driving here. They're taking advantage of this penalty, giving them very good field position. Just centering the ball here for the fifth touch and going from half.
It's just stopped in their tracks there as they ran out of touches, and Ireland start again. They're very, very deep. Now, that was interesting. I just saw some dust come up as they sprinted through. First time I've seen that on this pitch.
Yeah, this pitch is holding up very, very well, but because it's been so hot and so windy over the last couple of days, there are a few little dusty patches that, yeah, a spot of rain would definitely help. But great switch here from the Irish. Oh, I tell you what, scrambled Belgium defence. That was an incredible defensive play.
Jana Martens there, getting the touch in just in time.
Oh, you look at this, and you can just see.
Oh, Belgium are through here.
Oh,
They're just through. They're going to score. Jean Delfontaine. It's a breakaway try for the Belgians, and they take the lead here.
Delfontaine, she has just opened them up on this drive.
Here we go. It's
just out to the wing, beating them on numbers, just getting on the outside of her winger, and she's got some great pace down the wing. Loses a hat, no break in stride. Oh, that's fantastic from Belgium.
We'll see it from behind here. Loses her cap. But look at the way she's looking over her shoulder, just looking where the Irish defender is, and she actually gets further ahead as she gets to the line.
Fabulous ball skills for the opening try of the game.
Yeah, so Jane Delfontaine with the try, very similar to the one that Sitz Dassler scored against Scotland earlier today. That was another length run down the field. Belgium will be delighted. They've taken the lead.
They really will be, and coming past the winger like that as they were boxing it, it's going to mean the Irish winger is going to be very aware of her outside channel as they go driving down this far wing. Once again, incredible speed by the Belgium team. Bring it to the middle, but this box side winger now, when they're subbing, she will stand quite wide to try and cut off that option. It means potentially some holes could open up for the Belgium team as they are driving towards their sub-box.
Ireland have the ball again, so they are going to take advantage of their sub-box and bring a new pod on. Working it down the left-hand side, coming in field now.
Great check off there.
Oh, that's a great pass, and there was space open on the right-hand side if they look for it. And the Belgian defence is just caught a bit bunched up at the minute, and now there's space on the left. And Ireland are down. Superb try. Ellie Boyce bursting through and putting the ball down.
Ellie Boyce has been spectacular. She's their top try scorer, I think, by some margin, alongside Rachel Duggan, one of the girls I know from Old Wesley. I've been giving Old Wesley plenty of plugs, but their club contributing a lot of plays to this Women's Open, and as a club really driving development of touch in Ireland, and you can see it from their men's and women's results at this tournament. I made the Old Wesley Instagram page actually yesterday.
Fantastic.
Yep, it was one of my moans from a very classy Irish try, and I think I mispronounced the name of one of the girls, but no, nice to get on Instagram pages every now and then.
I don't use Instagram that much. You can probably tell that I think I've only made 12 posts, and 2 of them have been in the past week.
It's okay, John, I'm following you. That's all that counts. Started following you at this tournament, so gave you a follow and boosted your follower count by 10%.
Yeah, it's not a social media I use very often, unfortunately.
Great subbing by the Belgium team. They're getting some attacking players on, and these girls are subbing off and sprinting off at top speed. I always like to see that in a team. I think the nature in which you sub tells a lot about your team. If you do that with intensity, with purpose. Great little step on number 8 from Belgium.
So fifth touch, so they're going to try and make something happen, but a good diving touch. Good defence by Ireland, and they have the ball again. So we're all square. 7 minutes played. I think Belgium are going to be really happy with the way they've started this game. They've got a try on the board. They've restricted Ireland to 1. They're very much in the game.
Yeah, and it's that restriction of the scores. I think their defence has been very, very good. A couple of really good defensive diving touches and shifting across with each other. It's been very, very good. And they're really getting up into that Irish line, and you can see a couple of drop balls that are quite uncharacteristic of this Irish team. And Ireland following a Pistons D, so you can see 2 or 3 girls coming up for each touch, trying to limit those check-off options of Belgium as they force the pass wide. But good hands by this Belgian winger.
Down it goes, and they're coming back in field. Just looking for their holes in the Irish D. That's 5th touch. There may be some space opening up on the left-hand side. It's a great pass, and there's still space on the left-hand side.
I thought all she had to do was put it down. She looks so close to the line there.
I wonder if they maybe called it forward.
Oh, possibly.
Because she stopped. She stopped, and the play was called dead. So I wonder if it was a forward pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether she realised how close she was for the line, because it looked like she was trying for an inside ball instead of just looking down. But aren't they creating some good opportunities, Belgium? I think their hands and passing, hopefully don't put the knocker on them, has been very good this game as well. Ireland are coming up and pressuring them, and they're forcing some long balls from Belgium, and Belgium are throwing them, but they're executing them very well. Look at that. Centering this ball into the midfield. Taking Ireland on the outside. A couple of quick passes, but
good touch. Charlotte Nichols getting the touch in.
Yeah, they don't lack for pace, the Irish girls. Sometimes lack for a tan, but we'll forgive them for that. But definitely not for pace. Very, very good running skills, and their ball and passing skills are just great on this Irish team. This will be 3rd touch over the halfway. This is great driving by Ireland, but unfortunately I think that's just a hips not straight, which can happen sometimes when you're subbing, or if you'll be desperate to go to the sub box and you'll just unfortunately skew that roll ball and get an advantage to get off the field a lot faster. So Belgium, unfortunately, just putting the ball down. We've got Rachel Duggan with the ball now. Her boyfriend is in the Irish men's open team, James O'Donnell.
So, and it's that sort of sport, very sort of family partner orientated. You get like whole families or partners playing in various teams throughout.
Yeah, absolutely, and great Belgian defence. And then a lot of people meet their partners through touch. Stephen Troy, another Old Wesley men's open player, has actually started to go out with a friend of mine, Peggy, who's playing for the English Lions team. I set them up, very successful setup on my part, as Belgium, once again, excellent defence. They're going to be absolutely stoked, and their whole sub-box is cheering every shutout that they make of this Irish attack.
It was a feature of the game against Scotland earlier, where as they really celebrated the try that they scored, but also every time that they did stop Scotland from scoring throughout that second half, you could see the confidence and the way that they was really enjoying it, and the momentum was going with them, and they've taken it over into this game. I mean, it is a much better performance. There's much more flowing attacks here from Belgium than there was certainly in the first half against Scotland, and I think that's the great thing what they've done. They've learnt, they've taken things that probably weren't so great in that Scotland game, and they've looked to improve it in this game, and so far they are doing that.
Yeah, it's a great demonstration of women's touch. I'm stoked. It feels like this is my second really strong game of women's touch in a row. Oh, pass goes out. Belgian player didn't have her arms out, but was in that passing channel. So 6 again from Ireland. But we'll check out this Belgian defence again. You can see their two middle players very close together. And that's what you really look for. Those two middle players, they're not creating any gaps between themselves. Their links are supporting them. And you really force these long balls. And on a breezy day like today, those long balls are very hard to execute well. And the error coming from Ireland, unfortunately, they're in the middle. But Belgium, once again, excellent defence. Considering they've had numerous score lines with double-digit scores against them, they've just come into this game with confidence in loads.
And it's clearly something that they've endeavoured to work on, because this is now, after the Scotland game, the second half there, the first half here, where the defence has really tightened up and has looked really good. And are they through?
She'll get the offside penalty here, so good running from half, good heads up. I think she was listening to the referee there and taking advantage of that.
So Jana Martins going through, but has drawn the penalty, so a fresh set of 6 for Belgium. They're just outside the 7. They're going to pop down now, coming back in field.
Yeah, Mathilde Canel's passing from half here.
And they've got space out on this left-hand side if they can work it out here. And it looks like they've got another set of 6.
They've just got to be patient here and use the 6. Sometimes time in possession will just build confidence. Just burning a few touches, getting a lot of time on the ball, it's just going to make you so much more confidence, and the scores will just naturally come from that. Taking their time, pulling the Irish defenders out.
And keeping their defence tight. Now there's a chance of an attack. Oh, and it's...
Jana Martins picking up from half, and she went right. I think if she continued that way, there was space out there.
Yeah, there was a couple of players out there, and I think she looked back and then got caught in two minds, and that broke the move down, unfortunately. But this has been much better from Belgium. If they can just get a little more fluency in their attacking play, I think they'll be very dangerous when they get to the 7-metre line.
Yeah, it's that confidence as well. If you choose to go one way, go it with all that gusto. And this is 5th touch. Once again, Belgian defence holding strong. But as I say that, the number 16 straight through from Ireland, Eileen Russell.
Yeah, it's just exploiting just a little tiny gap that opened up. There wasn't much there.
Pass out to her and she just catches the ball, little dummy, little subtle dummy, and just straight through those middle players. Belgium are going to be disappointed with that defence on that try, but they've got a chance with a tap off to come back.
Yeah, so Ireland lead 2-1. So it's the first time they led in the game after Belgium took the lead. They get into position and then it's almost as if they sort of get caught in two minds about what to do. Oh, nice switch play.
Oh, ball down.
I think it is down. Yes, it is. It's a great reply from Belgium and they've equalised.
I think that's
Sitz Dazzler. Yeah, let's watch this again.
Look at that, running with purpose. Quick flick behind her. Fabulous try by Belgium.
Sitz Dazzler puts the ball down. 2-2. It's Ireland driving from the tap off themselves. And they're diving through, but I think that was covered. Good defensive play there by May Huizinga. Ireland still have it though on the 7 metre.
Moving as a unit, Belgium.
Final touch. Well, but the space has opened up here. Oh, wow, that was excellent. Oh no, it wasn't. It was great defence in the end. I thought the ball had gone down.
Fantastic attack, fantastic defence. Literally inches between tries and no tries. And Belgium coming out to their sub box now. Jana Martens with the ball now. Passing off, guiding play. She's going to go from half here. It's 5th touch.
Just looking where to go. Nobody that way for Sitz Dazzler, so unfortunately the ball goes back and Ireland start again. 2.5 minutes to go in this half. It's all square at 2. Belgium will be delighted with this first half performance.
Yeah, absolutely. And they won't want to let in a try, but Rachel Duggan taking off from half. She's got so much speed on her, Rachel Duggan. She's through, passing the ball. And I think she's just touched that dead ball line there. She's so incredibly fast, Rachel. Incredible stride length. Whenever I see her sprint, she's like this gazelle running across the field. Here she comes, coming up high, making this touch, but no one going up with her, and Belgium taking advantage of that to take a few metres up the field. Love seeing these players coming on. They're all screaming for the ball, all desperately want the ball.
It's great to see that they're getting on and they want to be involved. And now here's an opportunity.
Oh, she
just
needs
needs somebody, but the touch was made.
Oh, I thought there was a support runner coming through on her outside there as well, unfortunately. You know what, it's 2-2, but I think both teams are leaving a few scores out there at the moment.
There's a minute left in the first half. It's Ireland on the drive, but they on last touch. Oh, they managed to get
through! What a score to close out the half. Alana Byrne.
Superb speed.
Burning the defenders.
Well, watch it here. It was final touch as well. And she got the ball back and then from a standing start absolutely turns on the burners and gets to the try line and pops it down. Ireland lead 3-2.
That's exactly what they needed. closing out the half. They'll want to defend that to go into halftime with a lead, but what an incredible turn of pace. Exactly what you say, from a standing start to outpace that defender.
Ireland have the ball back now, but we've only got 10 seconds left before the hooter goes. It may go any time now. Well, that wasn't bad.
Last play, they're trying to make something happen. Oh, no, not quite.
Touch made. So, at the end of the first half of this Women's Open game, it is Ireland who have the slender advantage. They lead by 3 touchdowns to 2, but Belgium are going to be really happy with their efforts in that first 20 minutes.
I think they're going to be so happy. Looking at their previous scores before this, it seemed like they were lacking in a bit of attacking firepower. Most games they've only scored kind of 1 try. The fact that they've put 2 tries on in 1 half of touch, they'll be so happy. And, you know, they've had a few double-digit score lines, and restricting a very strong Irish team to just the 3 tries, they'll be really happy. And Ireland, they just seemed a little bit hesitant in that half. I think in terms of the tries that they have let through, a lot of them are just not coming that one step off their line. They'll feel a little bit, you know, unlucky on, you know, one of those scores that they just had to take 1 step off their line. But you know what's fantastic with these European Championships, especially if people are watching, you might see some lopsided score lines at times, but teams that come here, they rarely play at this level, and coming here and having a 5-day tournament, it's about progressing and what you get to from day 1 to day 5. And we've just seen Belgium, you know, improve in the space of 3 days to be this quality, exciting team that we're playing now, and this is what European touch is all about.
And there was the try that put Belgium ahead. This was a great try.
We've got Josh Ingram, the mixed open captain, in the commentary box, trying to distract us both with his shirt off. Jono, focus on the touch, focus on the field. We're trying not to be just distracted by the absolute rig that's standing beside us.
I'm just jealous. That's There's both teams in their huddle.
By the look of Josh's nipples, it's a bit cold in the commentary box. It's been a bit nippy all day, hasn't it?
It is. It's very cold. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out there, and it's very warm in the sunshine. I've been out a couple of times. They do let me out of the building
to defrost.
Yeah, and I managed to get out in the sun just to warm up, because we are in a bit of a wind tunnel. The wind is blowing across in it, and the first time this week it has been quite cold, because Tuesday was horribly humid and close. Yesterday was a lot nicer, quite fresh, but it was still quite warm. Today, although it is warm in the sunshine, it's not too warm in the shade, and I certainly will be bringing a 3rd layer tomorrow.
No, absolutely, it's very fresh today. I'm sure the girls have just done 20 minutes of touch. I don't think it's too cold though.
No, I mean the pitch is bathed in sunshine. I know we was talking about a little bit of dust coming up, but if you look at the pitch, considering the number of games it's had on it, it's still very lush, very green. Wonderfully looked after pitches here at the University of Nottingham. Yeah,
they're stunning, and they're so consistent across all 9 fields that we have here at Nottingham. It's not a facility where if you're on the field 5 or 6 you rue it because it's a bad field. They're all very nice.
So 1 minute until we tap off again, and it's Ireland who'll have the tap off, 1 ahead, and they're really going to want to try and get a score from this tap-off, aren't they? Because 2 ahead, it gives them a massive advantage.
They really will, and for that purpose, they've got number 10 on there, Ellie Boyce, who has just been one of their superstar players. She's already scored this game. She's just got incredible pace and really good ball skills. And that's the thing with this Irish team. I think the majority of these girls will have a rugby background, so their passing and everything is so crisp and, you know, on both hands as well, that, yeah, they do play some incredible touch. I've been on the receiving end of the quality of some of these Irish girls' touch, and it wasn't pretty. They're probably wishing I was there right now, out there with them.
These Ireland TD start off as the one really starts to pick up now.
Oh, nice. Here we can go. Ellie Boyce wrapping around behind the ruck there, but a pick up there. Great work by Ireland.
Victoria Dogaruki puts the ball down, and it is the start that Ireland wanted. They do go 4-2 ahead.
And I was watching Ellie Boyce sweep around the back here, but they've gone for a sweeper pick-up. Quick pass out to Victoria, and great dive in there for first try of the half, sorry.
So work for Belgium to do now, but they need to drive deep from the tap off themselves, or that's unfortunate. And one thing that Belgium have done is really cut out the errors, so that is a rare error for them today.
Yeah, they've been very good otherwise in terms of their passing. They have taken chances with their passing. As I said, the Irish defence is so strong that they do force teams to throw these cutout balls, which Belgium have done very successfully in the first half. And here go Ireland again, going in with some very strong momentum. Ball going out to Rachel Duggan at link.
Down it goes. Oh, it's just beyond the grasp there. Oh, that looked very likely that it could have been a second Irish try of this second half.
Yeah, it looked very good as a set-up for a score. Oh, very good defence by the Irish winger. Number 8, Rachel Spear. Getting up, just cutting off this sub-box completely, Rachel Spear. And fifth touch.
Yeah, fifth touch it is.
Unfortunately, she was just on her own there and about to get touched, so just throwing a speculator into the middle, but like with most speculators, not quite coming off, unfortunately.
Down it goes again. And then look towards the halfway line. 10 metres in.
This is nice driving.
It really is a good drive, and now they're going to try and work it left. They've got players over here. Nice switch pass, and it's a good touch in the end.
Ellie Boyce and Alana Byrne, the 10 and the 11. Oh, nice little pop pass. She just looks dangerous every time she's on the field, Ellie Boyce.
If Belgium who have the ball, they're going to have to drive from very deep, but
I think they were just caught in the ruck there, the Irish team.
So Belgium start again. Getting towards the sub box, they may bring fresh legs on here.
Yeah, just that little jink went off the mark there.
Yeah, there just seems to be some hesitancy. They've been quite fluid in their changes, but not that time. It was a little bit static. As Ireland come again, diving through.
Very good touch. I think that was Josephine Fallon in the middle.
Oh, it's been given.
It's been given. Here we go.
Has it?
A little bit of a discussion. No,
it's not been given.
Forward pass. A forward pass going into that. I was going to say, I thought Josephine Fallon was a bit unlucky. It did look like she was up off her line here. A little quickie.
Difficult to say from here and from an angle whether it was forward or not, but the referee's in a great position, of course, out there, so we shall trust their experience and judgment.
Absolutely. Part of team ref already, Jono.
Level 4 now.
Oh, very good hands by Ireland. Great pace. I think that's their first touch over the halfway line. Oh, great pass back in.
They need to get support from the sub-box, though. It was a little hesitant, and that has brought the drive to a halt somewhat. They're still at 7 metre now, though, so they can take full advantage.
Ooh.
Oh, and they've just not managed it.
Okay, and Belgium are going to be driving from their 7 metres. They want to just kind of bring that composure and confidence that they just had in that first half. A little bit of a stutter at half there, but passing out to the wing now. Delafontaine, try score in the first half with the ball. Here they go. It's going to be 5th touch coming. They've got a scooper going through, but
They take it back, so Belgium still have the ball.
they are very successful when they do scoop to catch these defenders offside. And those defenders are so close to each other that they are getting caught to be dodged, to be impeding that defence. As they go to the middle, sweeper play with that sweeper coming around the back of the ruck, going the outsides. Oh, she's quite fast, isn't she?
She's very quick.
Karis. Here she goes, passing it back in, just a little bit short.
So Ireland have it again. Once again starting from deep, so first job getting over to the sub-box.
Oh, excellent work there by Ireland. They come sweeping on now. Feels like it's definitely the errors that are the difference in the second half. Ireland just consistently good, not making too many mistakes, and Belgium handling errors, just laying them down. They go the outsides, and I think they'll get a 6 again here.
It was the final touch, and they will get another 6. Just being told to go back. They go again now. They're going to. Thought they was going to use the left-hand side, but Ali Boyce deciding to try and go through herself. Has to come back to the 7.
Yep, she's got Shannon Gill as her link on this side. I think it was very early in the touch count. She thought she'd just play it safe, but here she goes, going from half. Little pass in. Great hands.
Good juggling there by Faye St Ledger, but I think the touch had come in. They will start again from 7 though.
Using Shannon Gill now. Shannon Gill with a little quickie. Their winger is free on the outside. Rachel Spear has acres of space out here, but I think they're going to give the score.
There's going to be a consultation. Referees still discussing.
Making sure they get the right decision, which is good, and they're going to go with a penalty to Ireland, which I think is a fair result. So 6 more touches. Ooh, she's been caught at half. Ooh. Yeah, they got lucky there with a half call.
Goes down again, but once again they have to go back.
Ellie Boyce sweeping around, picking up, throwing left.
Oh, it's just beyond the grasp of Shannon Gill. And Belgium, to be fair to Belgium, their defence have put under a lot of pressure there, and they cope with it really well.
Yeah, they really did. And sometimes when you get a couple of bad calls, it can impact your defence, but it looks like they've just used that for motivation instead, and they looked very, very solid in that set.
Singing on the balcony. I
think it's only 3rd touch coming by the looks. A little quickie on the outside. Oh, I think she's through there. Great dive by Alex McGuinness.
Yes,
I get thirsty every time I say that name. But Alex McGuinness, what a score.
So Ireland go 5-2 ahead. And they're just starting to pull away now.
It's quite hard at this time of the day. Sometimes you can just lose focus of where that try line is, and we can see, I think the defence just retreated a little bit behind that try line, but Alex McGuinness straight in. Yeah, fantastic heads-up play by her.
I think the defender just went across, I think, to cover the wing, but probably didn't realise she was already covered, and that left a great hole for Alex McGuinness to go into and put the ball down. So Ireland lead 5-2. We've got 10 minutes left in the game.
And the wind is blowing straight in our faces, and we can see when Belgium are throwing right to left, a lot of their passes are just coming short of their attacker. I think they just need to compensate for that wind and put a little bit more spice on those passes just to make sure that they do connect. Because when they're coming this way, they don't seem to have a problem with their passes. And
No.
But a couple of times they are just having a couple of handling errors. Nice pass in. Oh, great run down the wing.
They ran out of touches, but mate Zenga again. She just looks to have some real jinking skill and speed. And use the opportunity to make some changes from their sub box.
Oh, great
Fresh
speed.
set coming on. It's a good drive, but this is final touch.
Alana
now
Byrne
it's gonna
passing
come-
it out. Oh, I almost think that pass was intended to go.
I think
for the
it was,
wing.
yeah.
And the links just knifed it out of the air. They'll be able to laugh about it afterwards if they maintain this 3-score lead.
Yeah, well, only be Ireland's second win of the competition if they do manage to hold on. The first one was also against Belgium by a much bigger scoreline of 10-2. So I suppose by looking at that, if Belgium manage to get another score or restrict Ireland, that they're going to take that as a massive improvement from yesterday.
Yeah, and unfortunately just some errors creeping in here. I thought the first one looked over the mark, and the second one was obviously a bit questionable as well. So unfortunately they're just giving away this field position, and we can see when Belgium get up to the line they can score, but they're just not quite making it there with these errors in their midfield.
It's Ireland driving again.
Alex McGuinness with the dive again. I think she's got another one on the board. 2 pints for Alex McGuinness.
I think she has, yeah. Try given. Alex McGuinness with her second of the game. And Ireland are 6-2 up.
Oh, she's got a fantastic dive, doesn't she?
Yeah, great reach there to go beyond the defensive touch. And Ireland are ahead by 4.
Oh,
Great speed again.
Herzinger, she's got some pace, doesn't she? She's finding those holes in the attack. She's moved into that mid channel now. We'll see her get the ball now, passing it along, creating some space. Lovely ball out to the wing. Oh,
Good diving touch there, though. Good defence by Ireland. Belgium will probably look to bring this back in field towards the right hand side.
fifth touch, skipping from fifth. Little flick
Oh.
pass out the back. You know, I think they'll be happy with that set. They drove the ball up there, they held it, they created some good opportunities up there.
Ireland driving through, And we are going to hand over to Ian and Jordan in the studio there with Netherlands player Von Summers. Over to you, Ian.
Hello everybody, welcome to the studio. We're joined by Fon from the Netherlands team here. Fon, how's it been going out there this week?
Yeah, yesterday we had 3 wins. I think that was a really great day for us. At the start we were a bit nervous and we had a huge competition to start with. I think on a more personal level, our team is quite old compared to all the other mixed teams, so it is quite hard for us to compare our fitness, but I think mentally we're really in the game, and yesterday really showed with 3 games in a row that we could really keep it up with the young guys.
We're getting towards the end of day 3 then. Do you think that fatigue might creep in as we go to 4 and 5?
Definitely, but I think it is like a mental barrier that you have to overcome, and I think we prepare ourselves daily. We go to bed early, and tomorrow we get an ice bath, so that's nice.
Oh, that's the best bit. That is the best bit.
Jordan.
Can't beat it. I've got a couple of questions for you. The first one, I'll go on a bit of an individual one for you. So I noticed yesterday you were playing wing. I think were you box side wing yesterday? Is there a reason that you moved to link in that game then, or? If you just want to talk us through that a little bit.
I think normally I play link.
Okay.
That's my preferred position. I don't normally play wing at all, but the thing is, most of our girls are on the team are central players. So we're playing full girls, and I think the reason why we have to do wingers is because the whole team is a strong team, and we have everybody capable of every position. And it's just rotation basis. Everybody's gone on the wing, everybody has a chance at link, and then now we're down a player as well, so you have to switch around.
Just a little bit of a change up.
Yeah.
And then just touching on Netherlands touch as a whole. I started playing mixed open in 2007, and I was quite used to Netherlands being in that mixed open category. And obviously you weren't there in 2018. It's obviously it's great to see you back. What's it looking like moving forward for you? During this cycle for the next World Cup in 2024, is that something that you're training for now?
Yeah.
Are you looking for this squad to remain together? And because obviously there's a good few club teams in Netherlands, and is that something that you're working towards consciously?
I think we are making a bigger step to go into that direction. I think this team that we have now is a really solid team. We do have a couple older players. I mean, I'm the youngest player and I'm 23, so that's, I think, is saying a lot. I do think that the squad that we have now is quite a solid squad. We are filtering in some new people, but this is the main group that's been really committed and really focused and has stayed for a long time.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you so much. I feel old listening to that. But let's get back to the action, shall we? Belgium and Ireland, second half. Let's hand back to your commentators.
Thanks very much, Ian. And a couple of tries for Ireland since we was last with you.
Some great long balls. Here's another one out to the 8. She's already scored 1. Rachel Speirschi scored 1 during our interview crossover, and Charlotte Nichols the other one on the other wing. And Alex McGuinness, she's demonstrated she's not only got a fabulous drive but an impeccable left to right to set up that second score for Charlotte Nichols. She's on fire in this second half.
She really is. She had a great game.
I don't remember mentioning her name much during the first half, but this second half she has just turned on the lights. Is that even a phrase?
I'll go with it.
We'll run with it.
Ireland going towards their sub box as they look to make changes once again. A new pod is on, and they're coming at some speed now. Seem to have a fresh impetus. They've hit the try line a few times and stretched away, and they may stretch away again. Good passing, but good touch as well. They're on 5th touch, so have to start from
Alex
static.
McGuinness passing out.
Doesn't quite find its mark that time, so Belgium will have the ball well into the final minute. 8-2 Ireland lead, so if it stays like this, it is an improvement for Belgium on the 10-2 that Ireland won yesterday, but in that respect I think they're going to be disappointed that they let Ireland score a few tries when they were still holding quite firm well into this second half.
Yeah, they will be, but I think the biggest takeaway for Belgium is that in that first half, and we spoke about at half-time, there weren't many errors by either team. Handling was very good, ball skills were very good. In this second half, it just feels like Belgium have been let down a little bit with some passing and handling errors, and that has just given Ireland a platform where they can bring out these attacking weapons, your Ellie Boyces, your Alana Burns, your one of your favourite player, Alex McGuinness's, and that's where Ireland scored off a platform where they were getting the ball kind of on the halfway line. So Belgium, if they could just reduce those handling errors and get better field position, I have no doubt that just like the first half, they can mix it with Ireland and